Right, we're back in Ratai now, so we can have a look for this. This Tobias, is he in here? Oh, here he is. God, you're a hard man to find, Tobias.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Wow. Fake Grushin.
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich.
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
He was pretty tough.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
And he gave me these documents.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the quaestor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasau. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way.
Maybe it's the same monastery
This looks
then.
like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognise the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does this mean?
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
Silver amalgam.
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasau at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasau Market Square.
We've got a few little sub-quests here, so all that glistens. So yeah, so find out who in Sasau works with the copper, find out where the counterfeits get the quicksilver, and optional speak with Ulrich. Right, here we are back at the inn to see Ulrich. Where is he? Should be here somewhere. Obviously outside. Oh, here he is. Hello, Ulrich.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Fayfar found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part.
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Where's the painter? Is this him here? No. Fresco master. Here he is.
God be with you, good sir.
God be with you, good sir. Quicksilver.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
So who's holding back the goods?
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I asked for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Okay, we have 2 little objectives now. We have find out who in Sasau works with copper. So I guess we go to the blacksmith or something like that. And continue the investigation in the overseer's office. Right, there's a blacksmith there. Let's do that one first. Right, I'm at a blacksmith now in Sasau. Let's have a word with this guy.
Now, for the last time. Good health, dear.
Do you work with copper?
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zack from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
Zack?
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zack, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Okay, Zack.
Tell me more about Zack.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zack makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Master Otter?
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zack must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Okay, so why are they at odds?
What are Zack and Master Otter arguing about?
Zack had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zack mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots and that his son will see him off.
Right, Zack, I'm coming for you. So we should be around here somewhere if I remember. Here we go. Zack, why are you using all the copper? Oh no, it's Vitus, which is his son. Zack, hello.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Do you work with copper?
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why do you ask?
I think he does. I'd like to have something made.
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you'd best go elsewhere.
Oh,
I never use copper.
that's not why I heard. That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
Okay, so it's not him then. Wouldn't be you by chance, would it?
I am at your service, Sir Knight.
Copper.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
And not boy. Yeah, I reckon it's Vitus. I should say it's going to hurt. Now let's say this. I've been sent here by Sir Radzig.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right, so clear off.
I mean, besides the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Cobbler, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
So
Stop prattling, for God's
sounds
sake,
like
and
it
start
is-
telling me the truth.
is him.
What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
why the secrecy?
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Hmm. Who are you making them for?
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Right, your father's in trouble.
Your father has
Boy.
some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Never mind, it's not your fault.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. Take care.
Right, let's speak to your father again. Zack. About the copper.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Your son has
Your
confessed.
son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Is someone threatening you?
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'd show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
So you shouldn't be working for criminals, or what you'll get from me will be much worse. No, you shouldn't be working for
If you lie
criminals.
down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Really? What's the matter?
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Okay, I can handle
Well, that
that.
doesn't sound so bad.
Okay, so what's your plan?
What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
And what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ! Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
So challenge Master Armor Otter to a bludgeon duel. Right, let's switch cameras. Try something a bit different. You know, I think the problem is when the camera's on the right hand side, it covers a lot of text up and that.
Meat, mutton, veal, beef, and chicken.
Okay, don't thank you. Right, let's go and challenge Otto then. Right, so here we are.
Poor or rich, old or young, there's something
Are you Otto? Shop guard, armor smith, master Otter.
God be with you.
And you too. You're being challenged to a duel, my son.
Master Armourer, I have a message for you from Blacksmith Zack.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
What? Me fight with that brat? Zack must have lost his mind entirely.
I should have nicked his armor. Are you afraid?
Surely you're not afraid of him, Master Otter.
Pah! Me? Afraid of him? Nonsense. But a respectable craftsman like me can't be seen battering a barely trained runt.
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most, a few bruises and some dents in the armour. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armour.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own? That sounds reasonable.
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer for you.
Oh.
Now, I'm sure Zack is paying you well.
I'm not doing it for coin.
Maybe I'm just doing it out of love for my neighbour.
Aye, a regular good Samaritan, no doubt. I could pay you more, and I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
Oh.
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zack would take it.
No, you fight on Zack's side and lose.
Yeah, I don't know about doing that. That's dishonourable.
That's not very honourable.
And Zack's constant slander and mudslinging are the height of honour, are they?
They're not. What if Zack is right?
But what if Zack's right?
Keep losing
You're not as young
reputation.
as you used to be, and Vitus has trained with renowned masters.
What? You're as impertinent as that bastard Zack and his whelp of a son. How dare you? I don't need help from the likes of you. You'll get such a battering even Brother Nicodemus from the monastery won't know which side of you is up. Now, clear off.
Not until you tell me where and when we should meet.
I don't know. Sort it out with the bailiff.
Oh.
He should come anyway, so I don't get the blame when you get beaten to a pulp. God be with you.
Wow. Okay, so let's go see the bailiff then. Arrange the duel with the bailiff. Right, okay, how do I get out of here? Here he is.
My respects to you.
I won't do that yet. I need to tell you about a duel.
I'm here on behalf of Blacksmith Zack.
Zack? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the Master Armorer. Well, you can tell Zack if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his, I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zack came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend. What's his plan?
A duel.
Jesus Christ! Has he lost his wits entirely?
Zack definitely is a madman. Don't worry, it will be a duel with bludgeons.
Don't worry, Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zack chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armour made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otter's champion. Whoever falls first, loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure.
Oh, naturally, bailiff.
Your presence is certainly expected, bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel.
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front of the church.
Oh, here we go.
Good citizens of Sasau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zack, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armourer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds.
Ha ha! Added hammer and tongs, more like!
And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle.
It's got quite good armor, actually.
In short,
I should have
we
stolen
shall
it.
let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zack, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlets.
Yay!
And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter! We'll
Oh.
fight for Master Otter.
Oh.
I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone. And until first blood is shed.
I've got 0 skill in bludgeons.
Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready...
Yeah, come on, let's get on with it.
Let us begin.
Right, let's get the old bludgeon out. Right. Right, come on then. Let's
Give up!
timed attacks.
Fuck!
Come on. Take a swing. Oh! I actually saw a bit of blood get out of there. Oh, that was easy enough.
You kicked that old bastard's arse, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
It was as easy as falling off. What's he got no armor on for? It was easy as falling off a log.
It was as easy as falling off a log. Any other business disputes you'd like me to sort out for you?
I might have, lad, but not any you can solve with a bludgeon. Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward.
Excellent. Right, so let's go and get our reward off Zack. Hello, Zack.
God save. What can I do for you?
My reward, please.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
So, will Otis sell his shop to you?
And will Otter sell you his business?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now, his trade will soon be dead as a doornail anyway.
Okay, so about our bargain then.
Glad your trade is going well. Now, about our little deal.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
So that one is completed. What can you tell me about the counterfeiters?
So, out with it. How was it all arranged?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well,
Okay.
that'll do me for now.
Right, so I think for now, we got a few objectives here. We got to, so again, find out where the counterfeiters get their quicksilver. Continue the investigation into the overseer's office, which is right here, which is B. Check out the place where the materials are handed over, which is what Zack told us about, which is way up here. And then go speak with Master Fayfar. So I think we're going to do B first. Continue the investigation into the overseer's office. Oh, Overseer's Hand. Can we talk to him? I think he deals with all the money, doesn't he? The Hand.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Do you have any Quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
That poor painter.
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Right, so again, my head's on the other side now. Don't lie to me.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean?
Yes.
You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Look at him.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed.
Yeah, we met him already.
He called himself Sir Jezek.
Oh no, okay, someone else.
He had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Right, okay, so let's check out the place where the materials are handed over, which is up there. Let's go. Right, here it is. Let's get off our horse and investigate. Oh, we discovered a camp. Let's get our sword equipped. Shall I just go in and kill him? Oh, excuse me. You good people or bad people? Or was a bandit? How did he not see him?
Fucking boring.
So it was you, you.
Oh my god. Cheers, lads. I'll have a bit of your food. Thank you very much. There's something nice in here, surely. Cool. Well, is that it? There's nothing here. Okay, let's go back. Our final objective, which is go and speak with Master Fayfar.